What's going on, my people? What's going on? Welcome to Vino Entertainment TV, which is where we keep it real in the hood. What's up, Dragon? What's up, baby? What's up, my baby? Sarah, how you doing, Sugar Poogle? What's going on, girl? Whoa. I'm wide awake, girl. I'm up, Sarah. What we gonna do? Y'all, we got to get right into it. It's gonna be a good one by Sydney Sweeney. I hope y'all know who she is. Everybody should know who she is. She's a model. Well, used to be a model. Well, she is a model. That's a good girl. I'm glad. I know, right, Sarah? I'm woke. But y'all, we're going to get into Sydney Sweeney. Have y'all heard about her? And she had a lot of gossip going on about her. And people just been going crazy and saying stuff. And social media done went off the chain. And social media done went crazy. And it's bad. But let's get into it, though. Good to see you, girl. Let me get my disclaimer first before I get started. Y'all know how we got to do it. You know, these people around here on YouTube don't lost their damn mind. If you're going to be to them crazy. But thank you, girl. Good to see you. I'm glad, girl. I'm going to go feed the homeless, but when I go, I'm not going to televise it. I'm not going to put it on YouTube because, you know, YouTube is not donating to me in my group, in my chat. It's not donating to me. So, but I'm going to feed the homeless people without PAPs. But she had to get her card done. But, yeah, I'm going to be out. I'm going to get somebody to take me out and go feed them. Unfortunate. Let's get started, y'all. Let's get started on Sydney Sweeney. This is her.
I never thought that a jeans advertisement could push me to the forefront of public attention. That day when we were shooting the advertisement, I just recited the lines and did the actions according to the script. Everything went smoothly. I'm just an actor too. But now my social media is flooded with abuse. And even my family members have received unpleasant comments. Many people started attacking me without even knowing me. To be honest, I really can't understand how all this came about. The words jeans and jeans are a pun that the brand has long incorporated into its script. I'm neither a creative director nor a copywriter. I just wore a pair of jeans and cooperated with the production team to complete the task. But many people began to magnify that line infinitely. The advertisement had no ill intentions and no other metaphors. The brand has made it very clear that there is nothing wrong with this advertisement and that it does not convey any incorrect information. They will not apologize. In that case, I have even less reason to apologize for this, because I haven't done anything wrong and haven't hurt anyone. I love my job and respect everyone, so I will never apologize for completing a job.
Sydney Sweeney. She's a very pretty girl. Well, let's see what everybody's saying about social media saying about Sydney Sweeney.
There is no way y'all saw that Sydney Sweeney commercial with American Eagle and thought, I don't understand what the controversy is about. Y'all made me go back and rewatch the commercial to make sure I wasn't tripping. So now, class, we're gonna watch it together. Roll a clip.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney, Casper Jeans.
They had a blonde hair, blue-eyed, white woman sit in front of a camera and play with the words Jean with a J and jeans with a G. And then said, Sydney Sweeney has great genes. And y'all don't see nothing wrong with that? There's this guy in history, his name is losing me, who used that same ideology to unalive groups of people stating that people with that genetic makeup were superior. What's his name again? Hitler! Hitler! And you cannot convince me that all the people that needed to approve this commercial before it aired, including her who sat in front of the camera and said it, none of them thought that this could be mildly problematic. Even mildly. At this point, we just going for anything. Y'all just cool with whatever. Okay.
But y'all know Perp. Perp don't see nothing wrong with the commercial. I don't see nothing that she said wrong. Let's get into, you're going to see the commercial quite a bit because everybody talking about social media, but as we go, we're going to see see if y'all see the same thing I see. I don't see nothing wrong. But Donald Trump had to put his 1 cent on it.
If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic.
Actress Sydney Sweeney came out this weekend that she was a registered Republican. Any thoughts on that?
That who was?
Sydney Sweeney. She's like a very hot actress right now.
She's a registered Republican?
Yes.
Oh, now I love her ad. Is that right? Is Sydney Sweeney? You'd be surprised at how many people are Republicans. That's what I wouldn't have known, but I'm glad you told me that. If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
If she's a Republican, that's great for him. Now he know who she is. He didn't even know who she was. He didn't even know who Sydney Sweeney even was. But he puts 2 cents on it. Let's go and see what social media talking about.
American Eagle finally responded and they just doubled down. So by now you've all heard about the Sydney Sweeney ad. It's been very controversial. You basically got one side calling it racist, accusing Sydney Sweeney of being a fascist and promoting eugenics, while the other side is arguing that there is nothing offensive and the woke mob are just being a bunch of crybabies. Well, the moment we've been waiting for, American Eagle finally responded and here's what they had to say. Sydney Sweeney has great genes, is and was always about the genes, her story. We'll continue to celebrate how everyone wears their AE genes with confidence their way. Great genes look good on everyone. Now the reactions to this response are mixed, with some unhappy that American Eagle refused to apologize and are accusing them of gaslighting, but based on the top comments, a lot of people seem to be happy with their response. Love it or hate it, you gotta admit, the ad did its job. Everyone's talking about them. Dunkin' made their own version of the ad with their golden hour refresher. It's got attention from celebrities like Doja Cat, and Lizzo making her own version saying what it would look like if the Democrats won the election. And a marketing war was launched after Old Navy made this ad. These are the jeans your other jeans warned you about. All the washes, all the sizes, every style fit to flaunt. Will you be getting a coffee at Dunkin' in your American Eagle jeans or shopping at Old Navy?
What are y'all thinking about the commercial? Let me play it. Let me play the commercial myself. Let me see. Okay. Here is Sydney Sweeney commercial. Check it out. And I still don't know what the fuss about. Let's watch.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
So a new American Eagle ad featuring Sydney Sweeney is causing a lot of uproar on social media and in the news. In this ad, the blonde actress is in repose, buttoning up her jeans, her raspy voiceover purring about traits passed down from parents to offspring. The ad got backlash online. A few critics said that the message had racist undertones, that saying Sweeney, quote, has great genes was a riff on eugenics, the idea that some genes are better than others. American Eagle defended the ad, saying it, quote, is and always was about the genes. The initial complaints on social media were relatively small, but quickly they became something for the right-wing media to talk about. The frame being, the left is crazy, and then the right rallying to defend Sweeney and American Eagle as a way to own the libs. Now, the controversy has basically become an ad for the GOP and right-wing creators, something to rally the base. Nowhere was this more evident than on Fox News.
As you saw over the week, Democrats had a meltdown over Sydney Sweeney's ad for jeans.
Well, you can't say she didn't get the left's attention. Actress Sydney Sweeney's ads for American Eagle jeans are making them crazy.
At the same time, extremist groups, white supremacist groups, and anti-trans influencers felt acknowledged by both the ad and the right's response. On top of that, the president weighed in, saying yesterday,
She's a registered Republican? Oh, now I love her ad. Is that right? Is Sydney Sweeney? You'd be surprised at how many people are Republicans. That's what I wouldn't have known, but I'm glad you told me that. If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic.
And today on Truth Social, posting, Sydney Sweeney, a registered Republican, has the hottest ad out there. It's for American Eagle, and the jeans are flying off the shelves. Go get 'em, Sydney. Here's the thing. Politics is culture. The Sweeney ad has created a classic outrage cycle, just another battle in the culture war, but one that reflects the larger political fights happening right now around race, gender, and DEI, fault lines that are being targeted for real by the Trump administration.
So tell me, do y'all see a problem in her commercial? Do y'all see a racial problem in the commercial? I don't see a racial problem in commercial. I'm thinking they're just making it out of something when it's not nothing. A big deal out of something. Like Lotto, she did nobody want to buy her jeans. Well, she was trying to sell jeans or whatever. They weren't interested in her. I don't see what the problem is. I'm sick of people trying to make it a black and white thing. It's just ridiculous. It's just a damn pair of jeans. Yes, they are, Sarah. They are. It's just a pair of blue jeans. It's just a pair of damn Levi's. Come on, people.
And determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My jeans are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very jeans.
Only unfortunate-looking women and gay men who want to be women are hating on Sydney Sweeney. Now walk with me. Hot white people, this is your sign to stop being ashamed of your Caucasian excellence. Liberals are losing their minds because Sydney Sweeney isn't ashamed to be a blonde, blue-eyed white woman. The American Eagle ad is not fascist. It just shows that the high BMI positivity movement is over. I don't need to see every skin tone, gender identity, and weight class in order to buy a product. I want to see hot people, and Sydney's denim jeans rack is uniting our country. Notice how no one hotter or more successful than you is concerned about what you wear, do, or look like? Exactly. Hot people get it, and we've all been wronged by unfortunate looking people.
And I agree with him. 100%. I agree. Yes, they are making it that way. And I think it's pretty damn ridiculous that they're making it about a skin tone. I think also with this Sydney Sweeney, it's just another way to get us to look at something totally different. Let's check out the new post social media talking about.
American Eagle is telling us that the new Aryan princess Sydney Sweeney has the good genes. Then who has the bad genes?
I'm sorry, it's kind of low. You may turn up a little bit, y'all.
It can't be Beyonce Black as King knows Carter with the bad jeans and her Levi jeans. I know that. I know that got to be a scheme from some multiverse of Euphoria hell. I don't feel her pain because Sydney wasn't jumping to get them jeans, so I know that they ain't that good. Okay, let's be honest. This American Eagle campaign is rage bait, and it's doing what it's supposed to. They knew, knowing good and well, that this is more beyond just a Brooke Shields thing from the 80s when she was a 14, 15-year-old young girl doing a campaign for Calvin Klein that was overly sexualized, and now they have Sydney Sweeney doing this overly sexualized campaign for American Eagle, but that also fits in Sydney Sweeney's brand. Somebody who has been outspoken about wanting to be seen more as her sexuality and the less that she gets from attention from her Euphoria roles as Cassie. But I will say that I think that Sydney Sweeney is a brilliant marketing genius, and I understand where she's coming from, especially with the soap situation. I'll get to that in a minute, but I think that this campaign is very intentional. Somebody raised their hand and was like, hey, this is actually crazy, but this is going to be a really good point for us to make money, and this is going to get people going and talking about the jeans, and they're going to be intrigued, and then we'll spin it and throw in some charity to it. I love the fact that the butterfly motif on these Sydney Sweeney jeans is meant to represent, blossoming and growth and everything and overcoming fears and adversity, and it's for the domestic violence hotline, and 100% of the proceeds are going towards that. That's only a specific part. That's not a part of the major ad campaign. It's not about domestic violence awareness and using her lust and allure for that message. It's more so about garnering Gen Z attention, which she is a part of Gen Z. She's 27 years old, turning 28 this year, a pivotal A-list star at this point, not just for her role in Euphoria, but she had one of the biggest rom-coms of the past 10 years, Anyone But You, come out, and it did like crazy well. So she has acclimated all this crazy fame, and even though I feel like her percentage of fan base is mostly men because of her marketing and the way that she's viewed by the world because of patriarchy and misogyny, and I think that she's done an interesting way of twisting that and using it to her benefit to cultivate her funds to her art, but it's still like the messaging is still very messy. I think that the American Eagle campaign is very poor taste, and it's just another form of Sydney Sweeney doing something, misstepping in a very weary way that seems a little bit hypocritical to what the values that she claims to have and want to put forth, and with her steps like being at the Jeff Bezos wedding, but it's like also getting that she's launching like a lingerie business, I believe, through like Amazon, through Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez funding. But then you have the stuff with the Dr. Squatch and how like the campaign that she had last year that's hypersexual for a men's grooming campaign, and it's like I love the fact that she's like leaning into it to get her coins. It's like, y'all gonna sexualize me regardless, so let me get my money off of y'all. And then the bad sale thing, like that's the easy slid 400K, not 400, that's the easy $40,000. She getting $8 bars of soap.
So me, yes, me, I didn't see a campaign she did last year. It was kind of low, so I hope you can kind of hear it, turn your volume up, but I didn't see a campaign that Sydney Sweeney did last year. It didn't go as viral as this campaign went as viral, right? And I think it's kind of crazy, but let's check this out. Okay. I found this right here. Sydney Sweeney's jean controversy leads to more loss for American Eagle. A pair of damn jeans. Sarah said, me too. She tired of that too. It's just a pair of jeans. Since this ad went viral, they're losing footwork. They're losing money. I guess because social media made it out of something that it's not. And I wish they wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a word thing. It's just a word thing, how it was worded. So what? Look, I mean, it was just worded a different way. Let's how a 3.3 traffic drop while Gap experienced a 2.8% drop. American Eagle's competitors for young clothing shoppers have also reportedly experienced drops in their foot traffic. However, declines were not as big as the retailer's 9% drop. Abercrombie and Finch, I thought they was over with. You know, they charged that guy with a lot of crime, just like Diddy. He's still in business. So they're losing money, y'all. They're losing money. And to me, this has something to do with social media. Yeah, Abercrombie and Finch. Y'all remember that man, he was in trouble, y'all. Yeah, it was 2.8% drop. I had to just make sure I had saw it just right. That man, he was a criminal. He was a criminal. And there and he right there in the mix of it. But you didn't know that if you wouldn't have read this article, right? So yeah, they're losing a lot. Previous in 2 weeks before the ad campaign was launched, Footfall traffic had increased about 5.9% over last year in the week starting July the 6th, and 4.9% in the week starting in July the 13th. Damn. It dropped. It dropped. It dropped. So this is something else that keeping people away from what's really going on within in the world. This is just a distraction. Again, this is a distraction, and I hope we don't get caught up in this distraction. Let's check out Joe Budden on his podcast and what they had to say. They had a lot to say.
I'm here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing. Why would I need to do that? But if you said that you want to buy the jeans, I'm not going to stop you. But just so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans.
Sydney Sweeney, Hasbro jeans.
You see what I did there, right? Jeans are passed down from parents to offspring.
Sydney Sweeney got
often
no
determining
ass.
Traits like hair color,
She got all.
personality.
She got a nice.
and even eye
She got that
color.
ass the white dudes like.
My jeans are blue.
Sydney Sweeney, Hasbro jeans.
What's racist about this?
I understand.
Okay,
Well,
I get
she
it.
had a
Sydney.
MAGA moment a couple years ago, so I mean, that's possible.
Possible.
But I didn't hear the racism in this.
I don't know anything about who this person is.
So I don't know Sydney Sweeney.
She's an actress. She was in Euphoria and has had a bunch
Yes,
of other roles
She
since.
was in Euphoria.
White Lotus.
Tracks.
More racist shit.
Right. But so obviously, people are saying that this promotes eugenics or the idea of superior genes. White people, there's the Hitlerian, philosophy that Aryans were superior, that blonde hair, blue eyes were superior traits. She's literally sitting there with blonde hair, blue eyes, and mentions her eyes, her body, and she's saying, "I have great genes," and she's talking about genes being passed down and mentioning the eyes. So she's
selling jeans.
While selling jeans, and she's playing on the
Okay.
jeans. You know what I mean?
What was the dude from
nigga's
the
be
Marvels that stretched? That's one of them.
Mr. Fantastic?
That's a Mr. Fantastic.
Here's the issue for me. I got sent this with the question, "Is this racist?" So I was already watching it with that question in my mind. So my question is always to people, like, if I just show you, I showed it to y'all, some of y'all during the break, like, do you have any reaction to this without saying why I thought that? So, like, Joe, when you saw it, did you have a thought on it immediately?
Yeah.
And what was your thought?
She ain't got no ass.
Okay, Joe had two thoughts.
She got a call boy. She didn't have no ass, but that's that ass that the white dudes be like. It look like a nice Utah ass. My second thought, I don't know who this lady is. Third, without her doing this ad, I feel a way about American Eagle, Arrow Pastel. Who's the other one? Urban Outfitters. There's another one. Damn, what's that fucking girls that wear Abercrombie? Anyway, I saw a doc about the dude that came up with some of these stores and how he was on racist bullshit. Also, if you know enough about marketing, you know that there are these dog whistles in marketing. To whereas, this could take on the personality of maybe somebody behind the scenes that you don't know. So it all sounds racist to me.
I think the most generous read I could give it is they definitely were playing with the genes versus the genes double entendre, right? And they're saying she has superior genes because she's attractive and because she has this stuff. Were they trying to pass on Nazism? Maybe not, right? I think that might be the
If she would have said blonde hair, blue eyes, I would be totally on board.
But they showed her with the blonde hair and mentioned
she
her
has
blue
blonde
eyes.
hair. I mean,
and they picked her for the ad. See what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna, if someone were doing that, they would want us to be having this conversation. They want to give plausible deniability. If you say blonde hair, blue eyes, it's too obvious.
It's over the top.
So you got to do one. If it's true, if it's not true, then this was just a really irresponsible ad.
And
because we're having this conversation. If I'm selling jeans, I don't want people asking if it's Nazi or not.
Yes, nobody believes that American Eagle has the best jeans. Nobody believes that.
No, yes, you
yeah,
do.
we might be helping them out right now.
I always go back to H&M, coolest monkey in the jungle shirt. And everybody said, how could y'all put that out? We went crazy talking about that.
Yeah.
Outrage marketing works on us.
That's a really good point.
I don't think black people buy American Eagle.
No,
but it makes white people.
It makes us talk about it.
And
we react and we get on cameras and do all of this. And we boycotting and they're racist. We bring attention to it where other people might even miss it.
And then the Fox News viewers who hate our outrage buy two of those shirts.
That's possible.
And so I could see the argument for, again, I don't.
On one hand, I like the fact that we are more conscious of, the dog whistles. On the other hand, I'm kind of tired of people trying to find
the race angle and
everything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the middle. Like, as you get older, you see things. And when Joe said that, I'm starting to see things, I went and I said, oh shit, you brought it to my attention. It's like the shit where they have the new content thing that they have all the dancing people in the video when they say your eyes may play tricks on you. Like, let's test your vision. So when I say that to say, when he brought it up, and I start to pay attention now, I start to see a couple of things, but I'm also tired of people looking for racism in every little thing. It's like, okay, so is everything going to be racist? Are we really that much divided? We came far. Are we really that much divided in the world? You know what I mean? Then on top of that, if you feel that way, then petitions and all that stuff we're signing and trying to speak to the local government may not work because we outnumber tremendously anyway. So then now what's the solution? Where are we when it comes to that? If you understand what I'm saying, Mark.
For me, it's about like, what's the impact of this particular thing?
Got it.
I have another question. Once you're done with your talk.
Yeah. So for me, it's like, how do we at least have the consciousness that if they're going to put these ads up, we have the critical media literacy that's strong enough that when it comes up, we can talk to our children about that. Because for me, I'm not outraged. It's just I don't want another group of, for example, black girls to grow up looking at that image, or black boys
thinking less than,
thinking that they're less than, or thinking that superior genes means looking like her. Even if that, let's say it's not the intent of the creators. I have no idea what's in their brain.
Right.
But that's still a potential consequence. And so for me, that's the question. So I'm less worried about writing petitions, although I see why people do that.
Mark is tricky because I feel like sometimes you'll do the work for these people. Like, and I told you that with the fucking scene. Most I will talk about American Eagle for the next 3 years.
That's
right.
my point.
They not marketing.
Not just you, but
yeah, I'm with Sarah. That last man, it's not big. Just making a big deal. I like Sarah. The last man, I like him. he got an open mind. His mind is open. He got an open mind. He got an open mind. He got an open mind. He just like us over here. We open mind over here. Because it's crazy. It's just a pair of freaking jeans. This is a way to get us again to be where we got our mind. Oh, everybody's talking about it. Like I said, social media has got it hot about this. And it's for what? It's just a pair of jeans. They marketing. It's just wordplay. Jeans, Jeans. So jeans, Jegene. So what? It's just word. It's just trying to sell a pair of jeans. My goodness.
The Sydney Sweeney ad. Have you seen it?
Oh, yes, I have.
What are your thoughts?
Trying to calm myself, but that would, Sydney Sweeney has good genes. Really? Like, the eugenics in that. It's dripping with it. And I'm like, no.
When you saw it, what did you think of?
I mean, I thought, it was disgusting. I think it's just showing what kind of country we're turning into. It's white supremacy at the end of the day. That's what this ad is representing.
I didn't see it, but I have heard quite a bit about it, and a lot saying that it's slighted towards like eugenics and comparing the blue jeans to blue jeans. Blue blood, white hair, or not white hair, but like blonde hair, blue eyes, and there's been a lot of comparison to that. I think it's absolutely unacceptable.
Yeah, that's not a good look. I mean, she's blonde hair, blue-eyed, white woman, very cute, and a lot of the things she's been doing online have been a little bit questionable. It seems that she's definitely been, pandering to a certain group of men online.
I've seen parts of it, not the whole thing. I understand why people are offended. Whatever the intentions were, the impact is very problematic.
It's not acceptable to begin with, so.
Yeah. And I've been seeing a lot of people online being like, okay, well, if we ran the same ad with a black woman, it would be interpreted differently. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that is that, a black woman probably wouldn't use the same inflection, and, they didn't do that. So, they can say what ifs all they want, but the fact of the matter is they used a white woman to send a very specific message.
What about you?
I definitely think if it were a black woman, it would send a different message, specifically because that's the world that we've created, that we've grown up in. And so by specifically using a white person, it completely disregards everything that we've spent the last centuries working towards, and so that just it rubs us the wrong way.
A company like American Eagle, not surprised, and I think any thinly veiled whatever they're trying to put out is not very thinly veiled at all, and people can see through it. And so hopefully, with enough outrage, companies will be afraid to put those types of messaging out.
I get both sides of the argument. Like, she's talking about like actual jeans, but then I get the other side saying like, oh, but like this could be like a play on words for like something else. But like honestly, I think there's just so much more going on in the world that like an ad about Sydney Sweeney isn't something that we need to pay attention to. It's this, and it's actually fighting for people's rights and committing to kicking out Donald Trump and J.D. Vance and RFK Jr. Because they are fucking everything up. So I think that ad is like, I get it, people are outraged, but that's not what we need to be paying attention to.
Yes, Sarah. You're right. Right. I like her. She's on the same level and the same page we in. But Sarah, do you see a big deal between these jeans? I don't understand. Let's check out Beyonce's commercial. Let's check her blue jean commercial out. Let's check it out.
I'm looking super hot. I've got the perfect pose. Baby, I'm an animal. Baby, I'm a centerfold. I love to go.
Okay, that was Beyonce commercial. She had a bunch of singing in hers, and Sydney Sweeney had words in hers. Beyonce had a man strip out of his jeans, rolled out with his jeans on the back of the motorcycle. I guess I'm blind to the eye. I don't want to see something that was trying to be seen, but I don't see shit. I don't see nothing. I just see hearing a bunch of mouthy people about the commercial about Pearl Jam jeans. Now, this man here is in a commercial. He said he wasn't going to even be in the commercial. This was Beyonce's commercial. He said he didn't want to even be in a commercial, but his daughter twisted his arm. Timothy, old fat, Ollie fat, whatever. I don't know how you say it. Yeah, he hesitated about being in the video with Beyonce, but his daughter intervened. Told Dad, you got to be in this commercial, Dad. You got to be in this commercial, Dad. And that's the white guy that you see in her commercial with the jeans off. I don't see what the big talk is. Maybe you can call me old fashioned or something like that. I mean, I don't know, but I don't see.
I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing. Why would I need to do that? But if you said that you want to buy the jeans, I'm not going to stop you. But just so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans.
Sydney Sweeney has very keen.
So I'm trying to understand what the controversy is, right? Because this thing has been flooding my timeline and people have been sending me all of these emails asking me to address Dunkin' Donuts and this American Eagle. So since it's the weekend, I figured I might as well deep dive into it, and I'll break down Dunkin' Donuts in a completely separate video. But basically, there are black people and white apologists that are basically getting mad at Sydney Sweeney, which I didn't even know who Sydney Sweeney was until y'all start making a big deal about it, which means that American Eagle nailed its ad campaign and that it brought more visibility to whatever it is that it got going on. Because I went through American Eagle's site or their YouTube channel and they only have 58,000 subscribers, but they got over 4 million views, which I would like to guess that a lot of those new subscribers came from this ad in particular. But in order to give us a better perspective of what's going on, here's what some people are saying on the internet about American Eagle and this entire ad.
Need help understanding the controversy behind the American Eagle and Sydney Sweeney collaboration? I got you. In order to understand what makes it controversial, we need to understand what makes Sydney Sweeney's jeans so great. Is it that they're blue? Or is it that these American popularized style of pants are being worn by a white woman with blonde hair, blue eyes, as she is being considered a sex symbol and sexualized all throughout the commercials? Very subtly, the homophone of jean and jean, the advertisement phrasing and spokesperson placement hint to a practice, a scientific movement started by Sir Francis Galton called eugenics. Eugenics was not just practiced by 1930s Germany, but it was also a U.S. standard from 1907 to 1979, in which we wanted ideal candidates to have babies opposed to those that were considered unfit for reproduction, such as immigrants, people of color, and people with disabilities. But please keep in mind the current political landscape of the United States, where the presidential administration is trying to return back to a time where America wasn't diverse, and that those that are reproducing are what eugenics would consider fit for reproduction to improve society. And unfortunately,
it's just jeans, bro.
There's another one, Sarah. See the same thing we saying. It's just jeans. It's just blue doggone jeans. The man said it. And he is an African American. I have showed you all several African American people do not even care about that commercial. It is no big deal about that commercial. I don't see what the problem is about that commercial. Now the lady now she apologizing. What's so hard? Now she's being targeted just because she did an ad. And it's not like that she wrote those words. Okay? Let's get it correct. She didn't write that. She didn't write it. They just asked her, would she do a commercial or do an ad for them? And she said, yeah. She stood there with what she had on, what they put on her to wear, or put on her to wear when she came to the filming, and she put on what they had for her to wear, right? She just read what they put up for her to read, right? Now she's being freaking targeted. Why are they targeting words? It's just words. That's right. They did it for her. She didn't do anything. And now they got her feeling some kind of way. And I think that's wrong. I think that she's owed an apology for making her feel some kind of way for just doing a commercial. And like they said, it's just marketing. People do certain things in the commercial and say certain things in commercial, just get marketing. We are seeing people, just think about our things we are seeing marketed on TV. We have seen so much to me too. Right, sir. Right. We see so much stuff marketed on TV, and it's all about wording to get you in there to purchase, to talk to your doctors about it. That's how they get you to make sales, how they get you to buy their merchandise, to make sales and say certain things. The title old man get your toy, the white as it could be, whatever you go buy, and that's marketing. Marketing. That's all it is. It's just marketing. And just by the marketing, jeans, Jeans, and talk about her pretty blue eyes. And then she was a white lady with blonde, pretty hair, and she's a pretty girl. And people targeting her. Yeah, I got a problem with that. I do. Because it's sad. It is. Yeah, sir. It's sad. It's sad. When you can't put a commercial out, people just go crazy. And who blew this up like this? Social media? Who blew this up like as big as it's gotten? Who blew it up? Did social media blow it up? Hey, Tari. Who blew this up? Who blew it up? To make a big diversity of it. Man, I don't know who did it, but I know it's crazy. Let's check this out. If it's low, y'all, just turn your volume up. My
Beyonce
bad.
in this jeans outfit. And I have to say, my own reaction to it was, especially on the heels of the Sweeney one, it's a fail because it doesn't have what the Sweeney ad has, which look how fake this is. That's not Beyonce's hair. It's not even Beyonce's hair color for the listening audience. It's blonde platinum. It's obviously a wig. She does not have blonde platinum hair. It's mostly straightened. The breasts are enormous. The shape is extra curvy. She's got extreme makeup on. It's not even trying to be natural beauty. And which Beyonce is, in my view, a completely artificial creation.
Megan, sweetheart, I want you to understand something. Installing unblended, choppy mustard colored extensions into that head of yours is no different or better than a black woman putting on a wig or putting in a sew-in. We know what K-tips are. My mother worked in a predominantly white hair salon for the majority of my life. Y'all are not fooling anybody. Matter of fact, next show that you do, put that hair up into a high ponytail. Let's see what it gives. And if you...
So this lady saying Beyonce got fake boobies, got this curvy body, got this, excuse my Caucasian woman hair on her head, blonde. You know, tremendous makeup. She's not natural. Do you agree with that? She's not a natural beauty. Now, she may be a natural beauty if she take that makeup off. We don't know. I hadn't seen Beyonce without makeup on her face since her and I think it was C Murder. Somebody took a picture together. You know what I'm saying? But Beyonce is not, it's nothing, excuse me. It's nothing about her. It's natural. She's had a body done. She had lipo. Her natural beauty is over with. She has no natural beauty. Let's be, the beehive is hot. And you know what? It may have been the beehive that went after American Eagle, y'all. Beyonce crew might have been the one that went after the American Eagle. They may be the one that blew this whole ordeal up. That's not a big deal. They may be the one who did it. Come and think about it. But if you also think about it and be real about it, Beyonce is not a natural beauty. She's not. And I don't know who's going to get mad. But Perp said Beyonce ain't pretty. Perp didn't say she wasn't pretty. I said she wasn't a natural beauty. Natural beauty is no makeup. No makeup. None. Zilch. Nothing. Nada. That's natural beauty. Your hair, natural. Your breast assist, your boobies, what we gonna call it, your butt, buttocks, natural. Body, natural. That's natural beauty. But when you've had so many surgeries on your body, nothing about that is being natural to be even, be called natural beauty. That's gone out the door. You had too many makeovers. I know that's right, girl. So is Perp. Yeah, that's natural beauty, y'all. And Beyonce, I'm not saying she's not a beautiful woman. She is. but she's not natural beauty. Cardi B, she was pretty. She was pretty. But now she done got so many cuts and nicks and knacks on her and then became so ghetto-ish. I don't, she's not a natural beauty anymore. She's not, to me, when she first started, she wasn't an ugly girl when she first got started. But when you go start getting that body work done, then you start taking your body consideration of, what it's going to look like in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? You have to go back and get that body redid to perk it back up, because if not, it ain't going to be the same. You know what I'm saying? See, they even know. But I just want to say that I hate that happened to Sydney. I hope that she can get over this craziness that these people done put among her and made it as something out of nothing. Which I don't like it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like it. I don't like it. And let me say before that, I don't like how every time the orange man becomes president, all these damn creeps come out the bushes and want to show and play racism and racist. I don't understand that. If you ain't said it and wasn't doing it before he become president, why do it now? They did it the first time he became president, and they're doing it this time, which is even worse than the first time when he became president. But before he become president, you don't see these things. We don't hear these things. We don't hear about these Karens. We don't hear about this racist or the racism, all that stuff. Every time man that become a president, he is the main one bringing this stuff out. And I think it's crazy when they start targeting people. You can be a fool and say what you want to say, but when they start targeting people, individual people, it's crazy.
Let me explain why some people think the Sydney Sweeney ad is actually very problematic. So in the American Eagle ad, Sydney Sweeney says, quote, genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. That seems innocent enough, right? A fun play on words, genes, G-E-N-E-S, and genes, J-E-A-N-S. But here's what some people are upset about. Eugenics is a pseudoscientific theory from the late 1800s that claimed you could improve the human race by encouraging people with good genes to reproduce and preventing people with bad genes from having kids. Eugenics has been debunked because it's based on false assumptions and bad science. It has been, however, used in the past to justify horrific things, like forced sterilizations. In the United States, forced sterilization programs in the 1900s targeted Latinos, Native Americans, African Americans, poor whites, and people with disabilities. About 64,000 people were forcibly sterilized right here in the United States. And eugenics was also central, of course, to Nazi ideology about racial superiority. Under a Nazi rule, 360,000 to 400,000 people were sterilized against their will in 1933 and onward. So when you have a conventionally attractive white blonde woman talking about how genes determine desirable traits like eye color and personality, some people saw echoes of those old eugenics messages that promoted certain physical features as superior. Now, critics pointed out the specific combination, blonde hair, blue eyes, talking about genetic inheritance of desirable traits. These were literally the features that eugenics and white supremacists have historically fetishized. So context matters. Whether intentional or not, the language of genetics has been weaponized throughout history to justify discrimination and violence. And in today's political climate, with rising concerns about white nationalism, people are more sensitive to imagery and language that echo these historical patterns. So while American Eagle says it's just about the genes, Jeans, critics are arguing you can't separate the visual and verbal elements from this very loaded historical context. What do you think? Do you think people were reading too much into it, or is this a valid concern? Let me know what you think in the comments, and follow me. I'm Sue O'Connell, a commentator with NBC.
Yeah, they just putting too much into it, making a big deal out of nothing. I don't see what the problem is. It's sad. But I don't think I can say for us on our side over here, we're going to pray for them fools. Because trust me, these are things that fools do. Take commercial. He said he need hip binders, draws. Let me just say this before I go. West Memphis issued boil water advisory asking residents to limit their use on the water. What they're saying is the city of West Memphis issued a boil water advisory after West Memphis utilities lost 2 critical transformer pumps in the water system. The city official said crews are working to restore service, but said they cannot move enough water to maintain pressure while demand is high. Officials asked consumers to limit water use unless absolutely necessary and to boil water before using it to ensure safety. So y'all, something is wrong with the water down there in Memphis. This is a story that came from my timeline just a few minutes ago. I don't know what's wrong with it, but boil your water. It's saying boil your water, y'all. If you stand in Memphis, check with your news in your area down there in Memphis to see what's going on and when can you start back using the water system. But right now, boil your water. They said the water is a limited use. Make sure you boil to ensure safety. So something is wrong with the water. So they're trying to say it could be something that can be due to your health, anything like that. But if you are in Memphis, Tennessee, boil your water. If you know somebody, your family members, your cousin, somebody that you know to stay in Memphis, let them know. You need to boil your water in Memphis. It's an advisory. You got a limit use on your water there. Check out your news if you're in Memphis. Check out your news if you're in Memphis and see what's going on there with them. But yeah, it's very important. Yeah, it's important. But y'all remember how they was talking about the mosquitoes and stuff, and how some of them may be drones, the mosquitoes may be drones or something like that. Let's check this out, y'all. Let's check this audio out, and then we're going to get out of here.
China. A student there saying this type of micro robot is especially a new mosquito-sized drone unveiled by a military university in China. A student there saying this type of micro robot is especially suitable for special missions such as information reconnaissance. So what does this mean for the U.S. and could this be used against our military? Joining me now is drone expert Adam Kyle. Adam, thank you so much for your time today. What do you think is most important to know about this tiny miniature technology?
Well, one thing is that it's been in development for a long time, and two is a lot of the technological capabilities aren't quite there yet in terms of warfare. Talking about flight time and tolerance to wind, everything isn't quite there yet.
Does the U.S., Adam, have anything equivalent?
Not necessarily that I'm privy to. We do have a system that's a little larger called the Black Hornet 4 that gets about 30 minutes of flight time, whereas the little helicopter mosquito-sized drone I mean, I imagine it has to be connected to some type of power source with a wire or something right now. It's just too small.
Okay, so it is so small. How much more do you think this type of technology will evolve, can evolve? Can it get even smaller, possibly to a point of maybe being undetectable even by the human eye?
It's definitely possible. I mean, everything gets smaller and smaller, but the big limiting factor right now is just battery capacity. So innovations in battery technology and things like that are really the catalyst that has to happen to spring these type of devices forward to be able to be used widespread.
So do you think any type of like mini surveillance in the form of these mini drones is already happening here in the U.S.?
I wouldn't say I don't think so, but maybe I'm being naive. It's just really not feasible. I mean, for example, with this drone, you're talking about the person would have to already be there, essentially on site if they're monitoring someone in the building. So say it is a Chinese spy or something like that, they'd have to be there on the premises and launch this from, within 20 feet of the person they want to surveil.
All right. Adam Kyle, really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Man, yeah, mosquitoes, y'all. Mosquitoes that they have unrevealed in China. That's the size, mosquito size drones. So, hey, when we have been hearing about that, they were talking about that. I remember hearing about that about 6 months or so. I remember hearing something about the mosquito drones. I really didn't believe it till when I ran across this audio. I'm like, dang, so it's really true. So, but then when you look at it, put it in your hand, it don't look like a mosquito. It's like it got like two little wings on it and like a little metal piece in the middle of it. And it's real, real small. Y'all go check it out. Look it up go on YouTube and look it up, or go to Google and look it up. It'll show you how it looking and tell you more about it. But y'all make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button, y'all. And we be back on Tuesday with news that we can use. Do some catching up and laugh and talk and stuff, and put things out there that need to be put out there, and just basically talk about things that people don't talk about. And those are things that we talk about over here. And I've noticed, and also Sister Sarah, Queen Sarah in chat, she said, well, Perk, you had just talked about that in a day or two or the same day it comes up that I've been talked about. So it lets you know that I do my research. I look things up. I try to make sure things are correct. No bunch of profanity, nudity in the videos. And I don't look at the videos until I watch them with you all, because I don't know what's going to be happening on the video. So, but I try to scan through to make sure there's no profanity, a lot of profanity, domestic, a bunch of fighting, a bunch of domestic violence or anything like that. So I try my best to do that. You know what I'm talking about? But I sure thank you all for coming over here, hanging out with old Perk for about an hour. So give me your time. Give me some of your time. But again, I'm going to be going out pretty soon without Pep, and just go hang some place out, and come on back to the house and hang some things out, serve some people, because my people said they're missing me on the south side, and I'm missing my people too. But I'm missing interacting with them. But y'all check out Shane Rock over there, and y'all check out Miss Parker, and you check out Hood Talk with that boy DC, and my second channel, CK Latest Generation. We need some more subscribers. I think we need about 12 more subscribers, so we can go live over there, and so we can get ready to take us some trips and do some meet and greets and coffee dates and hangout dates and movie dates, skating and things like that, and book reading day is, just do some things like that, later things with mind relaxing things, stress-free things, you know what I'm saying? Unmind bothering things to keep, we can get your blanket and cozy up, things like that, we go as time go on, we will get a Discord. We have pajama nights and things like that, and movie nights and hang out. But it's gonna be real fun, a lot of fun over at CK Ladies and Gentlemen. Please do so, and check out Kings and Queens videos as well. And y'all check everything out. That's right, we up in there. Purpose is up in there. I just think y'all come on up and pay me more attention, and share my lives out, and take your friends about it. Your homegirls, your cousins. Because if you've been hanging out over here, you know that we show good videos. We show, we got knowledge over here. We got a lot of things that benefits being on entertainment TV that will keep you on top of your toes over here. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, if you can, just go ahead and keep that water out there for the mailman or your post or your delivery service, and keep the cup of peanut butter and crackers or cheese and cracker, little 240 little pack. Because it's hot outside, and the postmen or the postwomen, what you want to call them, they're getting unalive because of the having heat strokes and dehydration, things like that. Can you please, sir? I sure appreciate it, good. If you got time, I sure appreciate it. If you do that for my sister, appreciate it, Queen. But yeah, y'all come on in and drop down and hang out with us. My birthday coming up pretty soon. I had thought about doing a Perps birthday gift of her choice to her subscribers, but then I don't know. I do it a lot, and I give it a lot. I do it a lot, So I'm gonna see, or I just may just feel like hey, I do it a lot for people. Somebody need to show me a little love. Let me get a little love, something, just a little bit, But if I don't do that, but if I don't do a birthday gift for the subscribers for Perp, there will be a Christmas gift for my subscribers. It's just a trivia question. The trivia question is something easy. It ain't nothing too hard. It's kind of easy. Okay, babe, I sure will. It's easy trivia. I give out nice gifts. I give nice gifts out for Christmas. And y'all know I can't wait for Christmas. Oh my God, I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. Birthdays is my favorite theme as well. I love birthdays, but Christmas, that's my day. Yeah. I love Christmas, y'all. Y'all have to understand Christmas. Yeah. People are more loving during Christmas. Yeah, y'all hit that link right there and subscribe. We sure would appreciate it. But let's see what else I need to talk about. Oh, I know. So how y'all have some of y'all, I know some have, some haven't. But the ones who have, how y'all liking the fact that there is no electronics in school? Now, I'm hearing that there is more interaction with kids in school. There's more kids talking, conversating, instead of having their heads down their phones. You ain't got nothing else to do. I think it's gonna be a good thing. It might have a little few kinks in it. Everything got a few kinks in it as things go on. It's a little kinks here, kinks there. And we all know kinks got to be worked out, you know what I'm saying? But it may be a good thing, and I do approve no electronics in school, because hey, we didn't have electronics in school. We did good. We did real good with no electronics in school. We did good. We did good. We did great. We turned out great. Gen X turned out great kids with no phones and no pagers and tablets in school and no smart watches in school. We did 100. We had telephones, home phones. We had phones and we put quarter in, put up to telephone booth in the car, hang it and reach up and grab a telephone, put it down into the phone part to your ear in the car, and talk on the phone like you just at your own house. Those was the fun days. Back then we played marbles, and when I was a little girl, we played marbles, and we had the slides, we had the merry-go-rounds. They don't even have merry-go-rounds no more. They said merry-go-rounds are too rough for little kids. But back then, merry-go-rounds weren't even rough when we played. We used to play on merry-go-round. They were still. And you fall off, you just fall off, you get back on. It wasn't no big old deal. You was hurt, crying. But back then, if you got hurt, you know, you boo-hoo for a little bit, kiss the boo-boo, made it better, keep on going. For you know you have to do the same damn thing again. Then you better stop that. Then you just hurt yourself. Then you back over again, doing the same doggone thing again. All right, you're going to be hurt again, going to be crying again. I ain't going to say nothing. Y'all know how it go. Y'all know how it go. Yes, you know how it go. So, I don't see nothing wrong with that. As far as the 4-day, and I don't know what you all thinking about the 4-day work period and school period. You know, it's gonna mess a lot of parents up on Mondays. You know, a lot of people might change their off days to Mondays. A lot of people gonna have to have some help as far as babysitting, because if not daycare, I mean you gotta take your baby to daycare. I mean extra money out your pocket. You know, got to get a little bit more earlier to go to daycare, you know, and this and that. It's going to be a lot of problem on that. But as things go on and we get used to as time go on, if it elevates to that and it goes good and it keeps on going through America, it might be a pretty good thing. That way you have more time at home with the kids. You see what I'm saying? But some parents going to make their days off on a Monday. You know what I'm saying? What's 3 G's, girl? Oh, there G. What you mean, there G? Oh, there you go. Okay, thank you, baby. Hey, what you mean, G? What you mean, there G? Okay, thank you, baby. I sure appreciate you, Sarah, for doing that for my sister. I sure appreciate you. You don't understand how I appreciate you, sister. I appreciate you. But yeah. Yeah, y'all check me out. I'll be back on Tuesday with news you can use. You know, we can talk about some things and get some questions and answers, see what the hell going on within this world. Cause you know, like that Sydney Sweeney thing. You know, something we put in place to distract us, keep us distracted. You know, and I believe in my heart. It's just me. And nobody said nothing. You know, it's just me. I believe in my heart that the American Eagle commercial with Sydney Sweeney was just a distraction. And as me and Sarah said, and as Pep always say, the word play. It's the words that's being used. It's the words. It's the words. They put jeans and jeans in the same category, but they use a Caucasian lady with blonde hair, blue eyes, but she's very beautiful. Then they put her in a position where something that, you know, that she didn't even think about before she even said, yeah, I do commercial, no problem. You know, this is just a lady that read something off of a teleprogram, or we will call it. They read something that was put up for her to read. These are just clothes that was out there for her to put on. You see what I'm saying? It's nothing that she said, well, I'm going to go do this and make a whole big old ordeal. Or I'm going to do that. You know, this and that. She didn't do that. She didn't make the advertisement, and she didn't make up with the clothing that she wore. That had something to do with American Eagle jeans. And let me tell you, I wore the hell out some Levi's. I got some 501 Levi's, right? I got some brown ones and some blue jeans on Levi's. I love me some 501 Levi's. They fit real good. You hear me? Make your booty look all plump when you know. But yeah. But yeah, I love them. I love them. They good to wear in the wintertime with some jeans and good to wear in the wintertime with some cowboy boots. I love Levi's. Levi's been out for a long time. I used to work for a Levi company. I used to clean a company up called Levi's over in Dallas, Texas, over there in Richardson. But yeah, but ain't nothing wrong with those jeans, and ain't no people need to quit making a big deal out of the American Eagle jean, out of commercial with Sydney Sweeney. I don't think that she did nothing wrong. Okay, I don't think she did nothing wrong. I said she just read what was put up for her to read. You know what I'm saying? She just wore the outfit that they put out for her to wear. And she so happened to be a white lady with blue eyes with blonde hair. And on the other hand, like you heard the woman say, Beyonce is not natural. She got fake hair, fake blonde hair, boobies fake, body fake. She's fake. She full of makeup. She's not natural. No, we all know that's not natural. A natural person was with no makeup, zilch, nothing. And that is what Sydney Sweeney had. A pure, white, clean face with no makeup. And she just wore a jean outfit that American Eagle provided for her to wear. So leave that lady alone. She has not did nothing wrong. Y'all got her sad. And I know the Beehive out there wanted to make the attack on those people to make on her anyway. Attack the company. Don't attack her. If you want to attack anybody, you attack American Eagle. Do not attack Sydney Sweeney. She's innocent in the whole ordeal. She had nothing to do with none of it. Nothing. So please, do not fault her for anything. She's done nothing wrong. She just did an advertisement, made a few coins. You know, we black people, I'm about my coins. I'm about my monions. I'm about my dividends. I'm about my ducats. You know how it is. So, hey, she was just getting her coins, her dividends, her ducats. You know, her monions. That's all she was doing, just getting hers like we be getting ours. But she didn't know it was going to be a wordplay. I mean, probably when she was reading it, she didn't think nothing about it either when she was reading it, how it's going to affect nobody. Just a bunch of damn words. You know what I'm saying? Right, go after America. Right, go after them. Don't be messing with her. She ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying? She ain't did nothing. Nothing. But anyway, I'm going to give it a good pop. I'll be back on Tuesday with news you can use. But anyway, y'all stay safe and strong. I got an appointment tomorrow. I was going to go work out, but then I don't want to go work out and then go talk to my appointment and be tired. So, I got an appointment tomorrow about my knee. I don't know if I'm getting no cortisone shot. She said something last time I was there about some kind of gel. I don't know what that was, but I heard it, but I didn't hear her. You know what I'm talking about? Because I was hoping that it'd be a little bit better, but and everything. But you know, that's life. But hey, I'm gonna be there. All right, but listen, peace to you too, Sarah. You too, Queen. You too. I sure appreciate you coming, sister. I appreciate you being here for old purpose. Everybody just run off on purpose. I don't know why. I ain't did nothing. What did I do? I didn't do nothing. But guess what? I don't care. But anyway, how the hell you gonna love somebody you don't love yourself? And trust me, I love myself.